Greeting, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Zamantung Happiness Kumalo, doing Civil Engineering Advanced Diploma. This is a presentation for a project of engineering geology. For a student to pass this module, a student is required to undertake this project and do the presentation. I'll be taking through my presentation for my study of geology. I have been appointed as consulting engineering by the Department of Community Safety and Transport Management in KwaZulu-Natal Province to perform a geological investigation for this proposal road for the construction of new road, which is R522 in Port Elizabeth in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. The proposed road is approximately 5 kilometers long. The objective for this project is to identify the possible borough quarry areas for source road construction material, to give funding recommendation for the proposed road, disrupt the investigation process, and also provide an overview of the geology of the site. This project is situated um, in Port Elizabeth in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, as I've also mentioned earlier. The site proposed for the construction of this new road is geographically located along the road alignment at the coordinates as shown on my screen between Mnyamana and R61 passing through Ebenezer in Port Elizabeth, KwaZulu-Natal. As you can see in the picture, the red line show where the road alignment or where the road will be constructed. The figure below illustrates the topography of the Port Edward area. The elevation range in this area is 1,170 meters above sea level, 1,260. The topography in the area is not uniform. The site comprises of the mountainous area, low-lying area, and the little flat area. On my right hand side, this is climate region map, which shows the climate regions per province or in a certain areas in Africa. So Port Elizabeth is located at a wet climate region. There is rainfall during all months. Climate conditions are comprised of summer rainfall during all months of the year. The climate is warm and the average annual temperature is 23 degrees Celsius band and is about 542 millimeters of rainfall in a year. It is dry for 134 days a year with an average humidity of 75% and UV index of 5. The hydrology of the site is illustrated in the figure below. It indicates that the proposed area is a wet area, as I've mentioned, with the availability of water from the river and also the Indian Ocean, which is the along the along the land that is far from the project area and shows bodies of water are nearby the project area. While we are doing the geology study, we found that there's problem soil which are collapsing soils and dispersive soils and more which are discussed on my project. Just to mention these two soil problems, the collapses soil, which is due to the fact that quite a number of deposition media can lead to the formation of collapsed soil structure. Despite clay in South Africa, soft clay occurrences are generally restricted to the eastern and southern coast areas and occur particularly in the immediate vicinity of the existing or old river. This is a geological map which is obtained from Google Earth, which shows the map of the proposed area where our road will be built. So on the field, for the project to be carried out, we need a certain equipment. So just to mention the few equipment, and the rest are mentioned on my report: the pavement machine, smooth roller, and the excavation. For without these equipment or tools, it will be hard to carry out the work that needs to be done on site. Once we have this equipment, so it is easy for us to carry out the work that needs to be done, and there are steps or tasks that need to be done in order to complete the project. Just to mention the few: before the project or the construction takes place, we have to do the surveying, where the surveyors go around the site, checking the topography and the terrain of the area. And then there are tests that need to be done, and they take the tests that need to be done on the land, and they take samples, and then they go and take it to the laboratory, where they'll test certain things about the soil, in the moisture content, the comprehensive, the purity of the soil, and all of the stuff. And then we do the groundwater seepage. This test, we are testing the how the soil absorbs water, or how water penetrates, the ability of water to penetrate through the soil particles, and checking the water level or the water table of the area, so that we can do the soil improvements and know our area if there is excess water before the construction. And then we'll do the excavation when they're about to start the construction, and then we'll check the stormwater as I've mentioned. The OHS requirements, that is taken as per the South African Institution of Civil Engineering Site Investigation Code of Practice. The quarry site. So it was kind of difficult to find a quarry site for this area. We were searching around, and then the buried pits that we found, it was little far from our site. So it was far from our site, and lucky our site, there's an access of material that is found outside that can be useful in the construction of our road. Below is elevation profile along the road of the proposed road. This is the horizontal alignment. The profile shows that there is a low-lying area or lying layer between point B and point C. This means that a bridge is required to be constructed at this area for providing passenger over the obstacle. Vertical alignment, as it is shown on the figure below, shows the typical cross section taken at point C of the proposed road. This is evidence that the proposed road will have to pass through a mountainous area. Thus, cut and fill operation will have to be executed during the construction phase. So what are cut and fills? When we're having a valley-like area, that means we have to fill the material, so that our area or our working area is flat. For cut, if we are our road have to cut or go through the mountainous area. That means we have to cut the excess material to allow the construction or the alignment of the road to go through in optimally flat area or terrain. Thank you very much for listening and watching my presentation. This was a helpful presentation to understand the geology of the road specifically, and for the recommendation of this project, it is wisely to use a material that is found on a site to prevent or to avoid spending more money on buying materials while we have them on site. And any if we have and the problem solved that we find that going to be a specific thing that need to be done for them so that we can produce or build a stable structure. Thank you very much again for watching. This is the end of my presentation.